Hi guys, this is Andrew, aka Mr. Marketer, and what I'm going to take you through now is how to upload the files we've just created within the demo folder. This is the demo folder, which includes the files rather, that we just created via Easy Mobi Creator. So what do we do with these? Okay, let me show you. So using a regular cPanel, HostGator is one example. There are other cPanels via other companies. You don't have to use HostGator, although it is recommended. Most of them use this kind of system, this kind of dashboard, aside from GoDaddy, which has its own proprietary. So let's just go down to the cPanel to domains. Here we are, domains. And you want to create a subdomain. Now a subdomain is, for instance here, this is a subdomain of this. The regular domain is agencynil.com. I'm just going to explain what a subdomain is very briefly. So this is the regular domain name you're very familiar with. Now if I wanted to create a subdomain, it's called a sub because it's before it's like a folder before the folder that would typically host your domain name. So let's say, for example, we're going to create a subfolder called Mobi, so that, and ultimately make it so that when somebody arrives at the regular website via a cell phone or a smartphone, the website hosting company figures out that it's a cell phone and redirects them to this subfolder where you'll have your mobile phone websites, etc. Okay, so we need to create this subdomain, mobi.agencynil.com. You can call it anything. It could be Mobi, it could be M, it could be Cell. I mean, you can call it whatever you like. It really doesn't matter. But Mobi or M tends to be the two descriptors that most people use. So let's create Mobi. So it's going to be associated with agencynil. So it's going to be mobi.agencynil.com. Now it automatically populates where the folder goes. So it's going to go basically in your root folder in a folder called Mobi. Now if you've got multiple websites, agencynil, etc., 10, 15 different websites, you don't want it populating it for all of them. So you create one, you create a folder within the public HTML that is relevant to agencynil. So in this case we're going to call it agency, just to remember. So agency/Mobi. Now it doesn't matter what this is really, what it's called, this particular section, as long as you remember, because ultimately it's going to be associated with mobi.agencynil.com. So you press create, and you wait a few seconds, and you're done. That's it. That's how you create a subdomain. Okay, I'm just checking out that it worked okay. mobi.agencynil.com public_HTML/agency/Mobi. So if I go here via an FTP piece of software that I use called FileZilla, there should now be a folder within /agency@Mobi. So let's check that out. This is FileZilla. I've already connected. In terms of how you connect to your hosting, you go to your site manager and you complete your details that you should get from your hosting company. So the host name, your username, your password, etc. Press connect, and then when you press connect, it will give you a section here which relates to your desktop and a section here which relates to your hosting company, and you pass files backwards and forwards. Quite easy things. Okay, so let's go to a public HTML. There's the folder, agency. Within agency, the folder is called Mobi. So I'm going to go into Mobi. There should be something in there already. That's just it just gets put in there automatically when you create the folder by your hosting company. And now you select the files that were created by Easy Mobi Creator. Right click, press upload. Done. Okay. So that's it. It's that easy. So one thing I like to do, if you go now to, let's see, mobi.agencynil.com /index.html, that should take you to the page that we created. Awesome. So, do you see how easy that is? Pretty easy, right? But anyway, rather than all of this typing, mobi.agencynil.com /index.html, what I like to do is to set up a redirect. And let me show you that very quickly. So, go back to your cPanel, go to your the section we just created, mobi.agencynil.com, redirection not redirected. So I'm going to create a redirection. I'm going to manage my redirection. Click through. So mobi.agencynil.com redirects to mobi.agencynil.com /index.html. Index.html is that file, that file there, which is the main page. Okay, so rather than having to type in or redirect scripts to agencynil.com /index.html, I want it just so that easy to remember, mobi.agencynil.com. So let me do a redirect, press save. So whenever that is typed in, mobi.agencynil.com, it should redirect to the home page of this site. So let's try it. Okay, so mobi.agencynil.com. We're not going to bother with /slashes and all that sort of thing, just keep it simple. Press return and it automatically redirects to the front page of the Mobi Easy Mobi Creator page that we've created. And if you view this within a mobile phone, cell phone, it will render to size. Awesome. Okay, YouTube video works. PayPal button works. Everything works. Fantastic. So that, folks, is how you create a redirect to a subdomain within your cPanel. Okay. Next, we'll cover how to where you need to put your redirect script, whether you have a WordPress site or an HTML site, so that it recognizes people with a cell phone and redirects them to your mobile web page at mobi.agencynil.com or wherever obviously you create it. Alright, that's it. Hopefully that wasn't too long-winded and hopefully that was useful. Let me know if you have any questions. By all means, go to support if you need additional information. Many thanks. Bye.